All right, let's just jump right into it. What would you be willing to risk for $500,000? Today, we're going to break down a challenge that pushed one man to his absolute breaking point. A gauntlet of 7, yes, 7 custom-built death traps.
So yeah, it all kicks off with this number. $500,000. That's the prize, and right away you know the stakes are just absolutely insane.
So I want you to really think about it for a second. What would you put yourself through for that kind of cash? I mean, are we talking drowning? Super sketchy heights? How about staring down a wild animal?
Well, for the guy at the heart of this whole thing, the answer was, yep, all of the above. He actually signed up to face 7 death traps, all cooked up by the one and only MrBeast.
Okay, so let's get into it. Who is this guy, and why in the world is he doing this? Meet Byron. And let me tell you, he is not your average contestant. This guy is a former Army Ranger. He's been in active war zones. But his real motivation? It's all for his kids. And his mindset? Well, it's just on another level. He literally said, "I'll die before I quit." That tells you everything you need to know. Okay, so check out the laundry list of nightmares standing between him and the money. We've got a drowning escape, a grizzly bear's lair, a crazy high balance beam, a live minefield, being buried alive, then a 60-foot tower climb, and, to top it all off, a bomb defense. And yeah, each one is designed to be worse than the one before it. So, let's start with the psychological stuff. Because these first few traps, they weren't just about being strong. They were about keeping your cool under the most insane pressure imaginable.
Just try to picture this for a second. You walk into a room and a 1,000-pound grizzly bear is sitting there, guarding your money. That's trap number 2. Byron's job? Just stroll on in and grab every single bag of cash.
And as you're watching this, MrBeast says what we're all thinking. Like, how is he so calm? He's staring down a literal killing machine, and he's just completely unfazed, grabbing the bags one by one. But this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the contrast here. He might look calm, but he straight up admits, the reality is, I'm not calm. He's just as terrified as you or I would be. See, this isn't about being fearless. It's about mastering your fear. Okay, next up, he's 100 feet in the air on this tiny, wobbly balance beam. The wind is howling, and he doesn't just have to balance. He has to toss these heavy bags of cash and hit a target way, way down below. And yeah, this one really cost him. He starts with a full $500K up there, but with the wind and the bean shaking, he ends up losing $150,000. So what does he do? He makes this crazy deal to jump off the platform just to get half of it back, clawing back $75,000. Controlling your fear is one thing, but that's only half the battle, right? The next set of challenges, these were all about strategy and pure physical strength. And this is where Byron had to dig deep and use every single thing he learned in his past. So, trap number 4 is a literal minefield. But here's the thing, for Byron, this isn't just some crazy game show stunt. This is something he has actually dealt with in the real world. I mean, he says it himself. This situation, which looks impossible to us, is something he's seen before. For real. He's not just winging it here. He actually understands how this stuff works. And his strategy was just brilliant. So he takes these empty remote-controlled cars and basically sacrifices them to map out where the mines are. He watches the explosions, figures out the one single safe path, locks it into his memory, and then drives the final car, the one with all his money, right through it.
So somehow he survives being buried alive in trap 5, and then he's immediately faced with trap 6, and it all starts with this number, 200 pounds. I mean, that is a ton of weight for anyone.
And what is that weight? It's his money. He's got to haul all 200 pounds of it straight up a 60-foot tower. And get this, it's all or nothing. If he drops even one bag, or if he falls, it's game over. He loses everything. They even gave him the option. They said, hey, you can leave some of the money behind, make the climb easier. But nope, he refused. His mindset was clear. It's all or nothing, brother. He was taking every last dollar with him, risking it all. And then, it all comes down to the final defense. This is the ultimate ordeal, the final boss. It's a mix of everything, strategy, a little bit of engineering, and just pure grit, all to stop his winnings from being literally blown to bits. Okay, so here's the deal. He has 8 hours. His mission? Build a bomb-proof shelter using nothing but junk. And his plan was actually pretty genius. He used metal cages to create a buffer, stacked up car hoods to act as a blast shield, and then, for the core defense, he stuck the money inside an old fridge to protect it from the heat.
The bomb goes off, the whole thing is just a giant fireball, but when the smoke clears, that old refrigerator is still standing. It actually worked. He managed to save and win a jaw-dropping $384,000. You know, after all that, Byron said something that really sticks with you. He said, "You can't have courage without being scared." And that's really the whole point, isn't it? Real courage isn't about not feeling fear, it's about acting anyway. His whole journey was basically a masterclass in that idea.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Look, we all feel fear. Maybe not grizzly bear in a room fear, but we all face it. Courage is just the choice you make in that moment. So it leaves you with one last question to think about. What would you choose?